Hey everybody! Well, today I wanted to show you this used car that I don't know too much about, but I'm familiar with a little bit about. This is a 2004 Jaguar S-Type R, and I know that R stands for the performance version of Jags, pretty much like the AMG is to Benz, M to Mercedes, F to Lexus. And this one is really clean condition. It's a 2004 with only 37,000 miles in that British racing green color. Now, while I never was a fan of this S-Type, I like the way this S-Type is. This S-Type looks, and it's a really clean car. I mean, I already said that, but I mean, I actually had a little bit of fun driving it. This one has the 4.2 liter supercharged V8. I have never driven a car with a supercharger, and that supercharger whine sounds really good. So I can't wait to show you guys what it's like to drive. And I just can't believe the previous owner of this car must have literally just been an old person who barely drove it. I mean, look at this thing. It's just perfect condition, and it's just very classic in its design. I mean, I definitely prefer the new Jags, like the new XF that basically replaced this car. But man, does this car have a lot of appeal. It's very old school in its design. I mean, the interior is really cramped. It's amazing to me how cramped the interior is for how large of a car this is. But man, look at those gorgeous 8 rims. I believe those are 18s. Yep, 245/40. Love those wheels. Fat rotors too. Look at these door handles. They're really puny. You got seats that have these really big bolsters on them. Old school J-gate shifter. Let me show you guys the key, because Jaguars have a very interesting key. I mean, it's a switchblade key, but that's just really interesting. You can see 37,932 miles. It's weird because the instrument panel, the speedo, is odd numbers instead of even. Wow. I don't really like the chime, and it keeps going even though the key's in the ignition. You can hear that whine slightly. Open the window so you can hear. Window squeaks a little bit. Fantastic sounding engine, if you ask me. The window switches. I don't think it's automatic up. That's kind of disappointing. Anyways, I'm not too familiar with Jags, like I said, but the interior is really nice in here. It's all soft touch plastics. You got this U-shaped design, which is a classic old Jaguar design. It's even leather stitched around that. Soft touch here. Soft touch here. The door panels are soft touch here. Soft touch, all leather padded. It's even soft touch down here, and you have an Alpine sound system. Even the steering wheel right here is leather wrapped, and you got pretty fat rim. I like how it's a 4-spoke design because I like to put my hand right here. This car has a 5-speed automatic with a sport mode. The owners actually added this aftermarket XM, which I like how they've done it here. It's very integrated. I should get something like that for my Fit. Electronic parking brake, so you pull up right there and that engages the parking brake. Push it down and that unengages the parking brake. Tiny, puny cup holders, of course. And you got a pretty small glove box that has some trash in it, because cleanup hasn't cleaned that up. Center console, there's a power point in there, but it's lined with this nice material. Of course, no iPod, USB, nothing in here. Sunroof. I mean, in terms of tech, this does have navigation, but I'm sure that the screen and the entire system itself is very dated. But at least it's a touchscreen navigation, and you got dual zone automatic climate control. The controls in here are a little bit confusing, per se, but it's not too bad. I don't really like that J-gate shifter. I know it got a lot of hate when it was in design. Let's turn on the headlights, because I believe this car has HIDs, and I'll show you guys under the hood as well, so you can see that supercharged V8. There we go. HIDs, fog lights, whatnot. I like that grille too, the mesh grille, and then there's the little leaper. Oh, damn, this hood is really heavy. Hold on a second while I try to figure out where the stupid release is for the prop. Okay, if I was the prop, there it is. I think that's one of them. No, it's not. Alright, Where is the release? There it is. Okay, god damn. There you go, there's the 4.2 liter supercharged V8. I think it makes 390 horsepower. I'll have to double check that, but you can see there's the big old supercharger on the top. It's belt driven. Struts, and god, this hood is heavy. You think they would have used a aluminum hood or something. Back seat space in here is pretty cramped, actually. But I mean, you got nice leather seats in here. Headroom's kind of tight. But you do get an armrest right here. No cup holders in the back seats. But yeah, this big wide center tunnel right here. I mean, I can see why this Jaguar didn't really sell too well. It's kind of a dated design. It's pretty... I like where they put that aftermarket antenna. So they've definitely had this professionally installed. The XM, I mean. Anyways, let's take it for a little drive. Automatic headlights, thankfully. I know you guys are probably anxious to hear that supercharger whine. See, it's just, this J-gate shifter is kind of unintuitive for one. You can't even start out in first. But this car, in terms of how it handles and how it drives, it's a little bit of a boat. It's not as stiff as I thought it would be. I'm curious to see how the new Jags drive now. I mean, they're supposed to be... I mean, this is targeted to an older generation of buyers. The new Jags are trying to get the younger buyers, which they've definitely gone in the right direction with the styling. But I mean, just the handling, it's not bad. It's just, I've never driven an M5 or anything, which is what this competes with. I'm sure an M5 probably feels a lot sportier. Wow. Wow. That supercharger is interesting to listen to. But this car has a lot of power. It'll easily break the rear tires loose. It's just weird how the speedometer is in odd numbers as opposed to even numbers. I mean, it's got a lot of torque. I've never pushed a gas pedal so easily or I've never felt a car accelerate so easily in top gear. It just has a lot of torque. The transmission doesn't really need to downshift at all. I'm going to try that again. Like 2,500 RPM and this thing has so much power. That's crazy. Gotta love superchargers, I guess. Anyways, I'm sure there are some of you that probably don't know too much about Jags on my channel, but I mean, if you're in the market for one of these old Jags, it's a shame you can't... I'm sure you'd probably be really happy to find this one because this one's really clean, low mileage, and there's nothing wrong with it. No warning lights whatsoever. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.